Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, this is according to the Jasmine brand. Kandi Burrus and Todd Tucker's Old Lady Gang restaurant gets a win in court after lawsuit over 2020 shooting dismissed. The RHO A alum 48 and her husband, Todd Tucker's Old Lady Gang OLG restaurant, was previously sued over a 2020 shooting incident at the eatery. However, the lawsuit has been dismissed with prejudice, meaning it can't be refiled in court per In Touch Weekly. Tammy Johnson filed the claim in 2022 after her daughter, Kaya Humphreys, who was 14 at the time, was injured in the incident. The two alleged in the claim that they and three additional family members were at OLG on Valentine's Day in 2020. Kaya Humphreys was standing close to the front of the restaurant by the door when one of their relatives heard a loud dispute in the parking lot. She alleged while waiting to be seated at Old Lady Gang, a man entered and was near the front of the restaurant. Shortly afterward, a second man who was wearing a red tracksuit entered Old Lady Gang. Upon information and belief, the men who entered Old Lady Gang were the same men who were arguing in the parking lot prior to the shooting. She continues stating that the man in the red tracksuit fired shots, with one hitting her daughter on the right calf, causing her to receive multiple surgeries, therapy, and counseling. Tammy Johnson also said she wasn't aware that other concerning incidents had occurred at the restaurant in the past, such as a robbery at or inside the eatery, girl. Child, no shade, but Sheree did say, girl, when you go to OLG, you don't know if you're going to get biscuits or bullets. That's what she said. As a directive and proximate result of the failure of the defendants, Old Lady Gang LLC and our Old Lady Gang Concessions LLC and our Old Lady Gang Southern Cuisine LLP to exercise ordinary care and keeping the Old Lady Gang restaurants, premises, and approaches safe. I don't know what I just read. Girl. The long story short, honey, is girl, like the headline says, Old Lady Gang restaurant gets win in court after lawsuit over 2020 shooting dismissed. I don't know how this stuff works. I would think I could see how someone could blame an incident on the establishment, right? But in my head, even though there have been, that's the reason why I believe that the show didn't get renewed for a second season. Now, Kandi came out and said that Old Lady Gang was coming back after she had came out and told us that it wasn't coming back. And then remember, like some months back, she came and said that they were coming back. Someone said something online, and it actually makes so much sense that they felt that the reason why Old Lady Gang got canceled in the first place was because they felt like it was a safety concern. Even if these so-called robberies or shootings have nothing to do with Old Lady Gang, it doesn't take away from the fact that they're happening in around your establishment. So how can we really shoot a show if, girl, our employees, right? Because you're an employee, girl, the producers, the camera crew, girl, we can't shoot a show if every time we look up, girl, we're gonna be ducking and dodging from bullets. We just can't do it. And when somebody said that online, I was like, oh my God, that actually makes so much sense. Because those ratings were not that horrible to me for them to just yank that show off the air like that, you know? But again, I don't know if that was the case or not, but it just made a lot of sense when they said it online. Anyway, shout out to Kandi and Todd. Shout out to Kandi. Oh, speaking of Todd. Speaking of Todd, okay. Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly down to Married to Medicine Girl starting some mess. Girl, so y'all know Phaedra is no longer well, I'm not gonna say no longer, but she is now on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm assuming as a peach holder. I don't know. She came out and announced it the other day and she was holding a peach. So I just assume that she's now a peach holder, which also kind of goes to show that, girl, the season is a mess. The simple fact that they had to go back, y'all have been shooting for about 2 months now. And y'all are still doing casting this late in shooting, should let you know that, girl, the season is going to be a mess. If you're still doing casting 2 months into filming, girl, That means you really don't have anything to work with. Okay, so let's just start out with this. Phaedra Parks allegedly quit Married to Medicine after someone invited Apollo and his wife on the show to confront her. Sources say Apollo's wife read Phaedra down and Phaedra went off on production. So neighbors earlier today, this was reported by the Neighborhood Talk 3 days ago. So neighbors earlier today, news broke that Phaedra Parks will finally be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16 after being booted from the show after season 9. Many fans couldn't help but wonder what that meant for Phaedra's role on the other Bravo show she's currently on, Married to Medicine. Well, let's just say this past season that just finished filming will be her last. It was a rumor going around last year that Phaedra had signed a 3-year contract with Married to Medicine, a 3-season contract. According to my source, someone brought Phaedra's ex-husband Apollo and his wife on the show, and things quickly went left. Shireen, I think that's how you pronounce Apollo's wife's name, apparently went off on Phaedra and read her down to the point. Faye went off on production and threw up the deuces, quit. I was told she finished out all of her obligations with the network, Married to Medicine producers, as far as green screen interviews, to successfully make the transition back over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Phaedra's M2M co-star Toya Bush wished her well on her RHOA News. Congrats. Pray you're happy. Mad Beats is reporting that Dr. Heavenly is a person who invited Apollo and his wife on the show, but we can't confirm that. So I told you. First of all, I tried to tell y'all that girl. I'm about to say something that's gonna make some of y'all really upset. But I knew that Phaedra and Apollo didn't fool with each other like that when she said that Phaedra wasn't allowed in her house. Girl, let me tell you something. If your ex-husband, ex-wife is not allowed in your house, that means y'all don't fool with each other. They ain't gotta come. But girl, if y'all were really in an okay place, girl, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for him to walk in the house, sit on the couch, and wait for the boys to get ready. Girl. But because that they not allowed, because Apollo was not allowed in Phaedra's house, I was like, okay, she really don't fool with him, girl. Anyway, so this is what Dr. Heavenly had to say. Somebody asked her a question. Let me find the audio of Dr. Heavenly with her messy self. Hold on. Dr. Heavenly, what you got started? Dr. Heavenly, what your messy ass and got started over there? Okay. All right, so this is what Dr. Heavenly had to say. Some of what Dr. Heavenly had to say.
Street Phaedra's upset with you after you invited Apollo to the cast trip. And you influenced her to move back. Is that true? I can't say nothing, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's a lie. It's a lie that Todd set up for the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that's a lie. Part of it's true, but it's a mixture of lies and truth. And I can't but y'all gotta watch Married to Medicine. If y'all know what I'm saying, some people lie. And some people put lies in the street. But I can't say nothing right now. But when we do show it, I will break it all down to y'all like it's never been broken before. So, word on the street.
This is also some of what she had to say too.
On the street. Is it true that Phaedra left Married to Medicine because y'all had a fight? I ain't fighting no damn body. So that's not true because you invited Apollo and cast trip. Watch and see, guys. I'm going to tell y'all. Watch and see. I'm not going to reveal anything. I'm going to tell y'all watch and see, but pay close attention because it gets tricky in the mother tucker. I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. We smart over here, Married to Medicine. A lot of stuff that fly on Housewives and the other ladies, maybe they don't see it, but we see it and we catch it and we respond to it. That's all I can say for y'all.
All I'm gonna say is this. I don't understand the hype around Phaedra as a housewife. I honestly don't. I don't think she's that great of a housewife. I think it's weird that they would even allow her to come back to the show after what happened. And I'm a girl. It is what it is. I think it's weird that they would allow her back on the show after her even saying that she's a private person. I think it's weird that girl, based off of what she did not do on Married to Medicine, she still has a job. I think anybody who watched Married to Medicine knew that Phaedra was a flop. And I don't care if it was a new set of girls who she was filming with. If you're that girl, you're that girl. Kenya Moore, she's going to give you a show, whether she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta, or whether if she's on Ultimate Girls Trip with a whole new group of white bitches. Can you? Your personality doesn't change. Or I'll say this much: sometimes when you get introduced to a new friend group, you may not want to come on too strong. But girl, we're not gonna act like those people didn't know. Like we really gonna sit here and act like Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, Toya, and the other Married to Medicine ladies didn't know who Phaedra was. Like she was just some new girl. No, Phaedra is just not that good of a housewife. She's not that good of a reality star. Just because you can get into your confessional and, say a couple of shady things, just because can scrunch your face up, does that really make you a great housewife? Does it really? When Phaedra had the chance to really prove how great of a housewife she was at the reunion when she had first share, she flopped then. Clearly somebody sees something in Phaedra, because one thing about Miss Thing, I can't be mad at it, is girl, she gonna keep a job. So somebody at Bravo loves Phaedra Parks, because I don't even know how you could go from that mess of a season she had on Married to Medicine, and after that, girl, you still are offered a job at back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But girl, like I said, girl, the line is always moving, girl. Y'all swapping now. Let me shut up. I was about to bring up Kenya and Brittany and all that other mess. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Anyways, we'll see what's going on with Phaedra on Married to Medicine. She never should have been cast on the show from the get go. But again, girl, I'm not over casting. I have nothing to do with it. This season gonna be a mess of Atlanta. Girl, y'all still casting. Y'all are still casting this late in filming. I guess. Girl, let's move on. Dr. Heavenly, girl, what your messy ass did over there? We need to, girl, Dr. Heavenly. I cannot wait till this new season starts because I got some questions. I got some questions. I need to know what is going on over there on Married to Medicine. And I should have known something was up because what's the production? Truly Original doesn't do Married to Medicine. It's Pop of something. They have an Instagram page. And at one point, I was following their Instagram page, and they posted a picture. And when I looked at the picture, I didn't see Phaedra, but I didn't even think nothing about it. But when I go back and look at the picture, I'm like, oh, Phaedra probably did quit. Well, clearly, right? Because I see everybody, and this was the final day of filming. So the final day of filming, everybody's there. I see Dr. Contessa, I see Scott, but I didn't see Phaedra nowhere to be found. So it is what it is, honey. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so LeToya Luckett. I like LeToya Luckett. She really seems cool. I've never met her before, but she just gives me kind of just down to earth, right? She seems like a cool chick. Anyways, so LeToya Luckett's ex-husband, Tomicus Walker, throws major shade at her after she reportedly remarried a few weeks ago. 3 and 7 years, dynasty. Girl. I got a lot to say. One, they say allegedly that they got divorced because he was cheating on her. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the streets were saying. I did not know LeToya Luckett has been married 3 times. She actually came out and confirmed by releasing photos of her private ceremony. Her new husband, girl, the thing is fine. Girl. I said, I give LeToya, girl, she can pick him. Okay? Girl, she can pick him because that thing is fine. But she is married. I did not know LeToya Luckett had been married 3 times. I had to Google it and see. LeToya Luckett has been married 3 times. I say, girl, if she ain't the black Jennifer Lopez, hello, she on her way. But Tomicus, you're giving bitter. Tommy, you're giving bitter because I ain't heard LeToya say nothing about you. So if LeToya was married 7 times, why are you concerned about it? Because the streets say that you were cheating on her. Now we don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the streets are saying. Now the first marriage, the first marriage, I feel like it was one of those marriages where you get drunk in Vegas and then you wake up and girl, you done went to the I'm going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. It gave one of those girl drunken nights. I got married, they didn't know what was going on. And then the second marriage was to Tomicus. Is that how you pronounce his name? And now this is her third marriage. I hope it's her last marriage. Like I say, girl, I know it ain't LeToya's fault. I know it ain't LeToya's fault. But girl, y'all be killing me. Not y'all. Not y'all, but y'all. Girl, the girls be killing me, girl. Y'all have this issue with gays and lesbians getting married. But girl, y'all be getting married 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times. Girl. Taking all types of vows in front of your family and friends and God just to turn around and get a divorce and get married again. But girl, y'all don't want the gays to get married. As if, girl, some of y'all, not y'all. Shout out to the diva. Girl, don't make a mockery out of marriage every day. LeToya looking on her third marriage. J-Lo on her, what, 4th? You got Kim, what, on her 3rd? Anyway, shout out to, like I said, I like LeToya. But LeToya don't be bothering nobody. So I'm trying to figure out why Tommy you so upset. You didn't want her. Oh, you thought she was gonna stay. Oh, you thought she was gonna stay. Y'all be thinking, oh, I'm a cheat and they still gonna stick around. LeToya said, no, ma'am, I'm gone. I'm gonna find me a good man, Savannah. Anyway, shout out to LeToya Luckett. We love LeToya. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.